to the Journey Station, and specifically the Journey Video Room. My name is Kesti, and I'm Creative Director here at Fun Stampers Journey, and I'm super excited to be here on day 444 of our launch party. What are we launching, you might ask? Let's take a quick peek right here. I've got it right in front of me. Woohoo! So we are absolutely talking about the Inspiration Book and Catalog, brand new for the catalog year, which started July 1st. So like I said, we are on day 4 of our reveal party, our launch party, just having a lot of fun with anything and everything in this yummy, delicious, oh my gosh, 335, what is it? 335 pages of just delightful goodness. We're having so much fun, but I'm not here alone. So let's get a little shot of my Journey crew member partners with me today.
Hi, everybody.
Say hi, Laura. She's like, okay, I was there for a minute.
Hi, that's me. Hello. Nice to see you all again.
And Roy, I bet you can give us a shot of the widescreen of the studio so you can get your little mug in there. Say hi, Roy, wave. Yay! I love that shot. It's so much fun. It just really shows like where we're at. We're having so much fun bringing to you new projects from the new catalog. So let's dive right in. I want to share with you a new project that we have in one of our sections that's got a new name. Did anyone notice that when they've gotten their catalog? I know most of you have this catalog in your hot little hands, and I'm sure you're loving it. I want you guys to give me a shout out on what's your favorite stamp set, what are you most excited about. But today I'm going to flip to a section that I want to highlight, and that is called Life's Moments. So much fun. Life's Moments previously was, most of the stamp sets in our were previously called Inspiration, the section that we had called Inspiration. So we just tweaked it a little bit. We call it Life's Moments now because it not only has inspiring stamp sets, but also the stamp sets you need for just everyday cards, maybe occasionally when you need a sympathy card. Let's talk about this one for a minute. Do you guys love that the Delightful Light stamp set now has its own little brother? It has its own little brother, ATS, that matches. Is that not cute? So much fun. I could just go through it page by page here, so I'm not going to actually do that with you, but let's talk about this stamp set. This is the one I'm going to play with today, and it's called Enchanted Cat. And of course the projects are absolutely adorable in the catalog, but let's take a look at what it looks like in real life, shall we? Here it is. This is Enchanted Cat. It's so much fun. So it has this really cool, elegant cat that is amazing, just stamped in any color of, any one of our solid ink colors. You could kind of do a little variation with a few different inks on here if you wanted, but this cat is absolutely stunning, just stamped and on its own. But today I kind of want to focus on the flowers, these big, gorgeous flowers that are back here. We all know that we can never have too many bloom sets, right? It's like, bring me more blooms, bring me more blooms. So this is kind of one of those sets that snuck in there in the Life's Moments category, but it does feature these big, beautiful blooms, and that's what I'm going to be using today. So, you guys want to check it out? Let's do it. Okay, so I've got a few card panels here. I'm just going to grab one. So this is just trimmed down to 4 by 5 1/4, so it's just like the size of a card front. And then I've got this pretty stamp. I'm just looking at it going, oh my gosh, I think I have one that's not indexed. Must be my prototype stamp on here. That's funny. But anyway, it'll work just fine. What we're going to do for the background is grab some of our pan pastels. I'm going to put this clear pigment ink aside for a minute. But this set of pastels is called Rich Sorbets. So that's the set I'm going to be using today. We were actually just talking earlier during our morning meeting this morning about what pen pastel is the most popular. So we're all trying to guess. And I actually don't have the answer. I think Laura's going to do trivia for us later. But I want you guys maybe to guess on which is the most popular pan pastel. That'll be my little bonus trivia question. And I actually don't know myself. We were all kind of guessing. I tend to kind of like the party puck because they're so fun and bright. And one of my coworkers was like, oh, Mother Nature, I just love it. So anyway, I am using Rich Sorbets today, so you can tell me if it's your favorite. Or what's your favorite? Just leave a comment. Laura, tell me if they're in there chiming in on different comments.
They're chiming in. I was actually... Hi, it's back to me again. Hello, because I'm looking at my catalog down here. So they were chiming in that they really like the tractor set, and so I was trying to thumb through quickly without rustling my pages too much on my microphone to try and find the tractor set. It is a pretty cool set. I like that one a lot.
I love that one, and that's in Celebrations, right? Did I get it right? I think so.
You commented, find it quickly.
I'm checking. Okay, so what we're going to do for the background is super, super easy. And it's just really one of the basic ways you can use pan pastel, nothing super fancy. I'm just grabbing up some of the color of my pan pastel, and I'm just going directly, this is like our huckleberry color. I'm going directly to the center of my cardstock. You don't need a whole lot. You can see how that color is just amazing. It just lays on that whipped cream cardstock like nobody's business. So I'm just kind of doing a loose circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to grab a darker shade. So this would be our grape. And now I'm going to go with my grape. I'll put it a little closer. And I'm going to come in the edges with my grape. So all I'm trying to do is create a fun little spotlight in the middle. You can see that it's a little bit dusty, but it's okay. I'm going to show you a little tip for taking care of that. So once I've got my grape all around the edges, I just kind of smooth it in. And then I'm going to come back with my blue. So I'm going to come back with my huckleberry blue and just go over it again. So now I'm kind of blending. So see how the edges are kind of blending? I don't want to overwork it, but I just kind of want to blend those colors together. Make sure all my edges are done. So fun, easy. So now I've reserved this side of the sponge, which is clean. And this is just, to clean these, by the way, just use really mild soap and water, and you just, dunk them under the water and clean them up. But this is the clean edge of my sponge right now. So that's why I'm going to remove just that little bit of excess dust that's on there. So I'm just going to come back with that and just go right over my whole panel. Because I want to remove that dust because I'm going to be doing another little technique on top of this. So, see, it got a little bit off, not too much, but just enough to go on to the next step. So I'll set that aside. And you do get pan pastel on your fingers, it's kind of fun. You know the best thing to take that off? Laura, do you know the best thing to take off pan pastel?
Pan pastel. You take it off.
Like from your skin or from like if you get it on your arms or your face when you accidentally touch your face.
Soap and water doesn't work, I'm guessing?
Soap and water not as effectively as my little trick.
What's your trick?
Shampoo.
What?
Oh my gosh, seriously, there's something in shampoo that takes this off. So I don't know if it's a different cleanser in there or what the deal is, but shampoo, take it right off your hands, right off your cheek, right off of wherever your pan pastel adventure took you.
Perfect.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking one of the large blooms now, and I'm going to use just the single stamp for the entire front of my card. So I'm inking it up with clear pigment ink, and then I'm coming right on top of my pan pastel. Now, some of you might not know that you actually can stamp right on top, because sometimes it gets, because you do have that powder, people are like, oh, I don't know if I can stamp on top. But you can. You can just come right in and stamp right on top. It's probably not showing a ton on there. I guess you can see sort of a little,
Yeah, you can
sort of
see
a little watermarky type look. So you'll be able to tell. And I won't necessarily go over the whole thing right now, but you just want to come in and just do your random flowers all over the whole entire background. So I would continue to stamp all the way around. Then I'm going to come in with my panel and my cute little media tray. And this time I'm using clear embossing powder. So I don't know if any of you have noticed as you went through the samples in the catalog, we were totally, we meaning myself and my designers, were totally on this kick about white embossing powder. It was like, let's just do white embossing powder on all the colors and on all the projects and everything. So I think it's really fun, but never underestimate the power of clear embossing powder too. So that's what I'm going to use today, clear. I'm just going to go ahead and be generous. I got a little piece of paper in there. Be generous and just go to town. I mean, I pretty much pour the entire jar out because if I had this stamped, the whole thing would be covered, right? And then you can just do-do-do-do, make sure it's all covered. Carefully take it on the edge, tap it up. But now you can definitely see where I've stamped on there more because that's where the powder is sticking, right? And then this can go just back in the jar in a minute.
So the clear embossing powder is good for having that shimmer on a background panel maybe, because I know that you like to use journey glaze a lot, which adds a little bit of dimension, so that might not be helpful.
Exactly. This is going to be much more precise than journey glaze. Journey glaze would be an option to stamp this, in whatever color and journey glaze on top, but this is going to give kind of a little bit different effect. I'm not sure what the name of it is. I'm sure it's, I think I know what they call it in the printing world. They call it like spot gloss. So if you guys have ever seen that where you get like a business card and it has a little extra shine on it, I think they call it spot gloss. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but Now you take this magical journey gun and heat it all up, heat. So I have a tip for you here. When you think you've got it heated all the way, come back and heat it again, because this is what you're going to get. This amazing, heated, super glossy piece of gorgeousness. Isn't that pretty? So again,
gorgeous.
Once you've heated all of this and you think it's all melted, do me a favor and come back with a heat gun and go over it one more time and just make sure you get all the edges of the leaves. Even if you come back and reheat this again after it's cooled, somehow it just melts together all the more and just gives you that really, really professional high gloss finish. So, love this effect on the card base. That is one stamp on a pan pastel background. I mean, easy peasy, right? Single stamp. And then you can see where I've highlighted the middle where that pan pastel, kind of shows up. I'll show you the finished card because it shows up, I think, a little bit more even on the first one I did. That is actually what's kind of fun about the pan pastel. It's different every time. So what I did to finish that was I took one of our Bloom Benefit dies. Are you guys loving the Bloom Benefits in this catalog?
Yay, Bloom Benefits.
Oh my gosh,
we have
seriously.
more Bloom Benefits than ever now, don't we?
Absolutely. This is the first time we've had 12 different Bloom Benefits in the catalog. So you can earn these. If you're a coach, you can earn them. If you're a customer that's watching, you can earn them. Every time you spend $75 in the big catalog, no matter what you buy, you get to pick out a free Bloom Benefit. And this is one of the freebies. You guys, this has 3 amazing dies in it. And it's absolutely 100% free when you make a purchase of $75. So love this one. I'm going to show you my finished project and a couple more things I had on it. But here it is.
Ooh,
so I just kept it really simple for finishing. See, I think you can see the highlight even a little bit better on this one where I had the blue in the middle and then more of the grape around the edge. But super simple little note. And this actually is the stamp from this stamp set, Just a Note. Kind of a little hidden one. It's a little hidden gem in there. But love having these cards on hand for when you just need to grab it, send a note to somebody, tuck it in with a gift, tuck it in with a fun little surprise for somebody. Absolutely love just that tiny little sentiment. But to finish it off also, I've got one of our little tag clips. Now this is a tag clip that's in the planner section, but don't forget to check out those items in the planner section because so many of those clips are just awesome for card making. So as you go through the catalog, don't forget to check out every single section because you're going to find hidden gems. They're everywhere. So much fun. So, little washi tape, and the last thing I finished it off was the little fashion silver little dots. Love those. These were in the catalog last year, but I think they've achieved classic status. What do you think, Laura?
Absolutely.
Are they
Those
classics?
and rhinestones.
Yeah, exactly. It's fashion gold, the fashion silver, and the cut rhinestones. We'll put those all on the classic list. Love it. So much fun. So again, we have a couple more fun things that Laura's going to talk about, including the next new trivia question for tomorrow. I do want to say I appreciate everybody that's been jumping in. I did take a couple days vacation, so I know that Nicole's been in here helping, and of course Laura and Miss Lynn has been helping get you guys all set up for the launch party. So that's been really fun. When I got back to internet connection, it was fun to go back and watch those videos. So I hope you've all been enjoying those. So every day at 3 o'clock, right, Laura?
That's
We're here.
right.
All right. So
And
what do you
then
got going?
The next segment, of course, continues with Shannon's Try-Day Friday, and then we have a whole other week of this as well. So tomorrow Shannon will join you for another segment of our launch party, and then I just wanted to finish up by providing the answer that we posed on Tuesday when Lynn and I were in here demoing that baby envelope, which is super cute. So the question that I concluded with on Tuesday was how many years, cumulative years rather, have all 6 of our crew designers been designing for FSJ? And if you checked out our blog post that day, you may have seen that all of them answered 8 questions each. And right at the bottom of their questions, they provided the location and the years that they've been designing for FSJ. So adding them all up, I got about 17 years altogether for all 6 of them. They've been incredibly committed and just loving every single thing that's come out of FSJ for the past few years. So altogether, they've got 17 years worth of FSJ experience just for you guys. So those 550 something projects in this year's catalog is well mastered for sure. So our next question, we've been talking about sections of the catalog, and I want to know which section of the catalog is the largest. So go through, you might find it in the table of contents, but you might have to actually count them up. So as part of your homework, as it may be, go ahead and thumb through and see how many pages the largest section has, and we'll reveal that tomorrow with Shannon.
Can I play? Can I play? I gotta see what's the largest section. I would have said holidays at first, but oops. I don't know if that's true, so don't take my word for it. You guys count it up. I'm gonna go and leaf through my catalog too and try to figure out the answer. I love trivia questions. Oh my gosh, fun. And yes, I want to give an additional shout out to my Journey Crew members that are on my design team that make the amazing projects in this beautiful thing. So there's 6 of them, and they all do such great work. It just was a pleasure to just go through all the pages of the catalog, from assigning them projects to having them come up with their own ideas for projects. Absolutely delightful. And I could not be more pleased with how the catalog came out. So there's my kudos to you and to everybody at the Journey Crew who made this happen. So exciting. So I think we're about ready to sign off. Tune in tomorrow at 3 o'clock and we will continue the party. Fun.
Thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Bye.